It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Seattle.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
On the set.
The drive starts with a run from H.N.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Check. Alert.
On play action, they'll throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll look to throw. They've got his man complete.
Down the right sideline.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener.
We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. Here we go.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Fields.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it a lot.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker. 50 yards. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Now he's free up the right sideline. Off to the races. Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And that is going to clang off the upright, but folks, there are penalty flags on the field, and this could be a roughing call.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1. Made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Josh Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill. It'll be a 44-yard pump. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll run for it with Achane. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here we go.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Fields now to throw. He finds Smith-Njigba. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 87 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Fields.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Out of the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf, 36 yards.
And the Seahawks have cut the lead back down to 2.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point effort through by Myers. And this is now a one-point game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Well, 2nd down and 10 there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
He's got a man, complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
He's to the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Myers connects on the PAT and gives him a 3-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Come on. Hey.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins have retaken the lead.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Oh, he shifts past him.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 4.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Sticking with Walker on second down. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 180 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On play action, Fields.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Back to throw, Fields.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. From the gun, it's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Play action. It's Fields. He completes this to Walker.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down.
The 16-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of...
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Past the 20. Down to the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Seahawks 35.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. They're confident.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Flushed out right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A give left side. Here's Achane.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
3rd and 12.
They'll set up a throw. The Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Oh, look at the juke.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 221 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a first down throw, Fields. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Oh, the option left is Fields.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Justin Fields with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offensive. There he goes, left side. How about this? Racing to the end zone, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, 81 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
52, Seahawks 42.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Fields. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there at 22. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here's Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he spins away. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Come on.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Ready.
Up the middle, Achane.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. That'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
20.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Hey, Ken. Right.
All eyes on Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Justin Fields.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Got ready.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
They'll run straight ahead with Achane. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And bringing it out usually isn't the best decision, but he turned it into a good decision with what winds up being a terrific return. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Miami, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.